was one you let slip away a little bit, Coach.
I think your expression right there said it all, Sandra. Yeah, we did. For whatever reason, we did. They made plays when they needed to tonight. Kyle Gibson made a lot of good plays, and in the second half, when it was time for us to make a play, we turned it over or missed some free throws, and that's how you lose ball games. We didn't execute like we needed to down the stretch, and it's disappointing, but you have to give them credit. They made some big shots, especially Gibson with 19 second half points. He showed the kind of player that he is. If he's not the best player in the league, he's one of them. And when it came time to play, he lined up and got it done. And you got to take your hat off to him.
Were you surprised in the way that your kids didn't respond in the second half?
No, not really. I mean, La Tech's a good team. I mean, I guess, well, I should answer that probably differently. Maybe a little bit. I thought for whatever reason, their defense or our lack of execution, we didn't execute very well offensively. And, if you look at the stat sheet, you'd say, well, you shot 51%, well, we turned it over 18 times. And then I think when we got ourselves to the free throw line, we didn't capitalize from the charity stripe tonight. I mean, it's pretty simple. When you go 9 for 21, there's obviously some front halves of 1-on-1s in there. You're going to have to, if you're going to compete in this league, you're going to have to capitalize on your opportunities, and we didn't do that tonight.
What did you like from them tonight?
Well, I thought we competed hard. I mean, I thought we played really hard. I thought our game plan was really good. I thought we had the pace of the game the way we wanted it. I thought we did a very good job on Jamil Guyton. I thought we did a good job on Magnum Roll. I thought we had the game right where we needed to when we were up 5 or 6 there in the second half. We just made a mistake. I think we turned it over 9 out of 11 times or something. And, for whatever reason we did that. That's our coach's job to figure that out. But we've got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball.
It seemed like when the tempo slowed down is when things started going wrong in terms of the ball handling?
Yeah, and they did. You got to give them credit. They did a good job getting back and slowing us down, and we got into a half court game, which is, we thought that was probably to our advantage. Looking in with them scoring 80 points a game, and I thought if we could play a 70-point game, we'd probably come out on top. I just think it was executional errors. We did a poor job driving the ball into operational area. We did a poor job screening. And we did a poor job executing our offense in the second half.
What happened with the free throws down the stretch? I mean, particularly going 2 for 9 in the second half.
That's a great question. I don't have an answer for that. We've shot 23,000 of them since we started this year, so I don't know.
What do you do to kind of rebound from this game? I know that it's a disappointment.
Well, you can't let it. You can't have a hangover. We play a game in 2 days, and like I told them in the locker room, you can't. You got to flush it down, and we got to come back, and you got to go to work, and that's all you can do. And as I told them in the locker room, we're going to find out a lot about the character of this basketball team. The WAC season's 3 games old, and there's a lot of basketball to be played, and so we got to, for whatever reason, I told them we'll work like crazy on Tuesday to figure out what happened tonight. But tomorrow we got to work on New Mexico State and get ourselves as prepared as we possibly can to play a good New Mexico State basketball team.
Coach Hobson had 22 right after that 3-pointer after the inbound steal, and was just rolling, and then only finishes with 2 more points. Did they just better defense on that?
I thought they did a good job. I really, you got to give Gibson and Guyton was on him for a while and picked up some fouls, but they did a good job guarding the ball screens on us in the second half. I probably should have rested Mac maybe a time or one more time in the second half. I thought he got a little tired. But they did a good job. They did a good job guarding Mac in the second half. You look at the stat sheet, and like you said, the last 8 or 9 minutes, they locked us down defensively or offensively.
You guys did do a very good job of getting their bigs, in particular, in some foul trouble and getting them on the bench. Reason weren't able to capitalize on that as much as you were hoping?
Yeah, I was hoping we'd make a few more free throws and get it inside more, but I thought we did a good job, like you said, getting them in foul trouble. I thought we did a good job rebounding the basketball. we did a lot of really good things tonight. We just didn't complete the game. It's really that simple when you're playing a good team. Your margin of error is not that good, or not that much, I should say. And I don't know how many times we turned over in the second half. It was, when you turn it over that much and go 2 for 9 from the free throw line, when we turned it over there 10 times in the second half, that's probably going to cost you the game.
What do you expect to see from New Mexico?
They're a good team. I don't know what the score is or what's going on over in Boise tonight, but they've got 2 very good wings, and Gibson and Young is talented young wings. Herschel Roche is back at the point. They're a good basketball team, and now McInnes is back. So Marvin does a good job. I expect to see a good athletic team come in here on Monday night.
Like I said, it's still early in the WAC season, but how important is a win on Monday night to kind of get things back on track?
All wins are important. All games are important, and just like this one, San Jose, wherever we're playing, every game's important. And I know it's an old cliche, but you got to take one game at a time, and you got to worry. In our notebook, it says win your next game, and that's going to be our focus: win the next game.
One more note would be talk about the crowd. I wasn't even necessarily expecting this much on a Saturday.
It was a great crowd. I appreciate the fans coming out. Our Leaders for Readers kids were here tonight in force. I saw a bunch of shirts. I was happy to see them, and I'm assuming a lot of their parents. But what a good crowd, and please come back. This basketball team will play better. I think we're going to see good things from this team as the year goes on. But great crowd, good atmosphere for our students not being here. I was excited to see that tonight.